ACI Australia Dealing Simulation has been set up mainly to train young traders coming through the market, trying to put them through experiences that have happened in the past and trying to see how they cope with these situations and trying to explain to them what type of trading they need to be able to handle those situations. One of the issues that we saw during that period when the Australian dollar was being floated was that we had no homegrown traders. We had plenty of traders coming in from offshore, and a group of us within the market decided that we needed to train our own traders and keep them on shore.
We get the young traders who have been sent on the course by their management. They obviously see a bit of potential in these guys. We take hold of them for a week and running through simulated trading. We show them the good points, the bad points, points you should watch out for, put them under a heap of stress and build them back up again, basically.
And in the years as it's built up, those traders that we first trained are now becoming the trainers for the trading. And it's helped build a situation where quite a few of our young traders during the late 80s, early 90s are now very high up within their own bankings and offshore because they've got that experience which they were lucky enough to get through this system.
This is where the banks can put their orders in to the voice brokers, which is probably in this day and age an outmoded way of broking a product. Most things are delivered electronically now, but this gives the students a greater understanding of price action, how to close up a price, how to execute a trade. That maybe is all done electronically these days, but you have to understand the theory behind it all. And I think this is a great way of everybody understanding what goes on behind those electronic platforms.
99p.
99.02.
I'm offered a 2 as well.
I mean, I no longer pick up a phone to speak to my customers. I'm on the electronic side, if you like, but having the understanding of what goes into the price and what a customer needs from a price, it's very valuable for these guys, and we tend to be educating them more on the customer side, how to teach to speak to a customer, because that's they're being asked more and more of that from their bosses.
There's nowhere near as many voice brokers as there used to be years ago, but when we spoke to the major banks about this, they saw it as an added advantage to let these people understand yours and mine terminology and how much stress you can be under. It's very good for salespeople and it's very good for dealers to be able to see what's happening on the other side and where their prices are going, how the prices move around the market.
There's a lot to learn in a short space of time. Communication between each other, hand signals, understanding the person at the other end of the phone who's probably just as inexperienced as them in the markets. So understanding and buying and selling, buy low, sell high. We try and get the students to understand that. It's just a good way of getting the appreciation of the numbers and how to buy and sell and how to have a client relationship, i.e. talk to people that are not in your team. By the end of the week it works very well, but it gets very hectic as people tend to get louder and louder as they try and get heard above the din.
Basically, we're about to go into a training simulation. He's the chief dealer. I'm his assistant, and we're basically trying to...
So I'm going to speak with my broker out there. They're going to tell us what's happening out in the market, and
try and make as much money as we can. Not real money, though.
Sorry, yeah. 39 mine.
So I'm just following around, talking to the chief dealers, making sure that they've got positions on and just getting an idea of what they think is going to happen within their session. We have Giraffe here now. So what's your position there now?
We're long
34.
Yep.
Okay, and you feel comfortable with that?
Yep.
All right.
Market's been going up.
Okay, so and what about your stop loss? What are you looking for there?
5 points down from current.
89.
Mine at 89.
89.
Mine at 89.
What is it, 95? Okay.
About 25% of our junior traders still have difficulty understanding some of the terminology and buy, sell and what they're actually doing. We find when it's face-to-face, they've got no news, they've got no phones, no systems, that they seem to be able to pick up yours, mine, mine, yours, and they seem to be able to follow the market the next day after that a lot better. It seems to sink in a lot better, and they enjoy it.
The idea is to give the students a level of confidence as well as competence, so that they don't feel as though they're failing, because there's no failures on this course. This is it's a learning experience, and I'm sure they'll all come away with a greater understanding of buying and selling whatever commodity there is.
105, 70, 75.
And as the markets have evolved over the last 15 to 16 years, probably even 20 years, we have tried to keep up with the market, as in the different systems that are required in the Treasury. This new system we have now is bigger, better. It has e-trading on it, which we've never had before. We still got the voice broking, as a lot of banks did ask us to keep that involved. The news that comes through is news that we have seen over the years. We probably have a database of about 3,000 to 4,000 different types of news, and we also write the news as we go along on the situation that's happening in front of us.
Typically, we're looking for them to actually react to the news, because we also operate the customers from here, and the customers will actually follow the news maybe 30 seconds, a minute afterwards, gives the kids a chance to get the right position on board. It's one way we use to generate momentum in the market and get them looking at what's happening on the screen in front of them, because so many times moves in the market start from what's in the news.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff they've taught us in the lectures, obviously we've applied that, and the markets have been quite good for that, because we've had news out and a lot of kind of channel trading and then range trading that the kind of in light of what they've been telling us has been useful, because we've been able to take advantage of that.
We've found over time that we're not experts in all of the markets that we teach, but we, having been around a long time, we know a lot of people who are. We get people from the Reserve Bank of Australia come and give the central bank talk. We'd get the head of compliance from a bank to come and talk about compliance. Operational risk people, we get experts in the options field, the forwards field, interest rates field, commodities as well. So we've got a broad range. We're not tied to any certain program, if you like. Whatever the course needs, we can provide.
This is a really fresh and new experience for me. But now into the beginning of the third day, I'm really starting to get the hang of it and the concepts and the jargon, and I'm really starting to enjoy it.
And it's great for these young traders to know a person they're speaking to could be a global head of a bank or a CEO of a bank, and it makes them want to listen, and then they say to themselves, well, that's where I want to be in the years to come. This may help me get there.
They've just got so much experience, and you can just tell that they can just see exactly where you're going wrong.
It's great to have the opportunity to have a trading environment where you can, the objective is to learn. It doesn't matter, if you make or lose money, and you can make mistakes and learn from them.
With the years of experience that they have, 20, 30 years each, they've seen the ups and downs, the market crashes, the booms, all those times, and they know how to start reading the market. They know what to expect when they're listening out there. They know exactly where things are going and where you're going wrong as well, so it's great.
The team itself has over 100 years experience, and this experience they are very happy to pass on to the young traders. The traders probably know that the experience here, and it's something they can tap into, which is they are always asking questions, isn't this what we want? To be able to walk away from this dealing simulation, and we do close to 10 this year, you see the traders 2 and 3 years later, and they're coming up to talking to you. And there's a lot of cases we walk into a new centre and they're straight away up talking, thank you for what you've done. You feel very proud that, oh, what you doing now? And then all of a sudden they tell you they've gone to a manager, or they've gone up 3 or 4 notches. I'm now a general manager, or I'm a head of a team. And that really makes you feel good, and you start to feel proud.
They've got a very scary world out there. Now the world's changed as much. The pressure's on from the banks. We give them the tools to go out there and hopefully expose them to the markets that they're in, and hopefully go back more confident people.